Thank you for accommodating us in this late press con. Just came from Davao, but because of the urgency of the issues that I'm going to discuss with you tonight, uh, para may maigawa na kami na policy. Ano ba to? Pardon. Bato offered to resign yesterday, but I declined his retirement because it would not contribute anything. At yung kanya lang naman, it happened that the venue allegedly was done, yung sa kidnapping, yung Koreano, happened inside the camp. That is what the witnesses are telling us. But itong ano kasi, killing ng Koreano, the place was just incidental. Nakidnap na nila, nakuha na nila. They could have killed him, strangled him everywhere, anywhere. But they say it had to happen inside the camp crime. Is really bad. And we admit that. And that something has to be corrected severely. But to sacrifice bato, wala namang in all probability, tulog na rin yung tao. I know that there is a command, chain of command, even with the police. But kung tinignan kong mabuti, na lahat ng mga opisyal ng police makapasok sa krami, if you are an official, you are not even asked to go down to be searched. Ikaw pati yung kotse mo. I was just facing the reality that walang magandang maratngan kung papaalisin ko si Bato. With more reason for us to do more, and the correct way to do it, if I may say so, is to go after the persons who perpetrated the crime. Sila yun. Because crime is personal. Hindi mo mapahid sa ibang tao yan as severe as ousting a chief of the PNP. Just because the perpetrators are police officers and they brought in the suspects. Ang masama lang kasi ito, what makes it morbid is the fact that after killing nilagay sa crematory tapos allegedly, again, flush down sa bowl. I did not react at that time. Nasabi na, why is Duterte keeping his mouth shut? Because I was waiting for everybody to come out. Ngayon, yung dumlaw na yun kept insisting that he was all alone, not connected. But he was. And the investigators are telling me that siya talaga yan, masterminded. Sila lahat, it's conspiracy actually. So maybe equal criminal responsibility. When you commit a crime, two or more of you, and you decide to commit it, ayun, pareho kayong tabla. I think all are accounted for except tong agents or ahente ng NBI. Well, I'm giving also the National Bureau of Investigation to produce those assets. I'll just give them maybe 48 hours. And if they cannot be located and surrendered to the NBI, it would be a dereliction of duty on the part of the officials of the NBI who allowed them to go around. Kaya yung restricted should not anymore be followed, restricted to quarters. Military lang yan, and it should not be carried over into the civilian atmosphere or environment. The next time there's a soldier or anybody for that matter, they should be detained doon sa Taguig. There's a detention there. Kaya ito si Dumlao, if I were you, if you are listening to me, you better surrender or clear yourself. Kasi kung wala kang kasalanan, bakit ka umalis doon sa custody ng Krami? If you do not come out soon, I will offer, dead or alive, ikaw mismo Dumlao, 5 million. Dead or alive. You deliver him to me dead, okay ako. Dalhin mo dyan sa gate ng Malacanang, patay, buhay, okay sa akin. Dead or alive, 5 million if you are a fugitive. I have to spend this much because you put the reputation of the police in shambles. No, it's an injustice enough. But to ask for the head of the PNP chief, there's no rhyme or reason for that. Even sabihin mo sa military, chain of command, if that is the story surrounding how the crime was committed, it would not be fair. And besides, a person who is accused, or if I'd fire him, we'd always give him the right to be heard. That's the law, the Constitution. Kaya nga iimbestiga sila. Pero putang ina kang Dumlao ka, pag hindi ka lumabas, patungan kita ng 5 million. I'm giving you exactly 24 hours. Pag hindi, that reward goes into effect. I said, dead or alive. If you bring him dead, the better. I do not have to ask questions more. I think we have more or less already alam na namin kung ano ang nangyari. It's just a matter of catching the two others whom we suspect that are connected with the kidnapping. Now, the other, pag muna kayong magtanong kasi it's getting late, the situation in Mindanao. As you know, the greatest danger now that mankind is facing is really extremism. There's a group in the Middle East and they sport the name of ISIS. And they kill without compunction. They don't even differentiate between bata ka, babae ka, bata, tapon ka lang. Ano. So, it's a mass insanity. And Hapsilon was already given the blessing to be the leader ng ISIS. I don't know if it covers Malaysia and Indonesia. But he is now the top honcho of the ISIS dito. He is billeted somewhere in Lanao. And we have a full-time military operation there. Takot ako sa kanila because historically, they use bomb, IED. They did it several times in my city. The latest one was yung sa flea market, vending doon sa harap ng Ateneo. So, that to me, that would be the more dangerous thing for us. And I have ordered a full press military operation. Kasi uulit yan. Uulit yan. And if they're desperate enough, they would resume bombing. That is why I said to the military and the police, you embargo the place. You contain them in that area alone, Lanao. Sana wag nang lumabas sa ibang lugar pa. Diyan lang tayo magbakbakan. And I have also asked the armed forces to use all available assets and all the weaponry that are at our disposal. At I have an urgent message to China to help us. Kung meron sila mga precision-guided arms, they can give us a loan. Now, here is my worry. Parang nakapako mo na itong yawa na ito. Ito bang Amerika? I was viewing the TV because I was arrested for a while. Medyo ako nagkaroon ako ng low immune situation again. Na maggawa sila ng parang depot. They are unloading arms in the Philippines now. Dito sa Palawan, Cagayan de Oro, pati Pampanga. I am serving notice to the armed forces of the United States. Do not do it. I will not allow it. First of all, merong provision doon sa visiting force government. There shall no be permanent facilities. A depot by any other name is a depot. It's a permanent structure to house arms. And I do not even know if there is a nuclear tip now that they are unloading because bawal sa atin. So, and besides, more or less, a depot is not, it's a permanent one. It's not allowed by the treaty. You do that and I will consider a review and maybe ultimately abrogate, since it is an executive order, abrogate the treaty altogether. You know, you are egging us as a plain, any sane person, kung hindi lang stupido, egging us to force the issue of arbitral judgment. You know, alam mo nung, you know, and when I received I read the copy altogether. I had two choices. Go there and destroy the structures there because that is ours, and go to war, or talk. So I was looking at our resources. Kaya ba natin? Kasi kung kaya natin, matagal na ako doon. Kaya natin ang China. Ngayon, the missiles of China are pointed at the American expeditions dito. Yang mga depot nila would serve as a supply line nila. Ngayon, ang unang tatamaan niya, ang lapit lang sa Pilipinas yung missiles nila, they will hit Cagayan, Palawan, and Basa. So, gago ba akong papayag? Oo, kaibigan tayo, pero mo idamay. RPU ISPAC is that, the RPU ISPAC says simply that when there's a declared war, ang declare ng war nga kayo man ang gustong pumasok dyan. China is claiming it. You are insisting that it is now an international sea, while the arbitral says it is ours, entitlements. Ang ginagamit ng Amerikang yun is international seas yan. It's not even closer to what we are claiming na atin yan, which is validated by the award. So huwag mong ipasubo ang Pilipinas, hindi papayag. Patayin mo ang Pilipino, anong laban namin? You place us all in danger. That's a red line. You do that and I will be there when you start building even before you go build the first post. Kasi ang China ayaw na makikipag-away. And I made a commitment to President Xi Jinping. I made a solemn commitment that we will talk about this arbitral award during my term. When, I really do not know, but during my term. And we will talk hard. And somebody asking me, what would prompt you to do that? Well, that is part of our entitlement. Ano ba naman yung feast? They have allowed us to feast already. So everybody happy na. Then we start to dig for oil and other precious metals. Whatever, titanium. Then sabihin ko talaga sa kanya, and I have to tell them, Mr. President, we have to talk. You claim it as yours, we claim it as ours. We have to talk about this. Because that is equally ours. It's a matter of whose claim it is stronger. But I think it's ours because that has passed the scrutiny of a judicial body, the International Court of Justice. So certainly I will have to confront them. But now, the investments are coming in, the tourists are coming in, and there's a lot on the pipeline, yung iba on deck na. And they have answered for all of the projects that Congress would never give to Tugade. Gusto mahiram ni Tugade, wala siyang pera. Sabi ng China, well then, we'll take care of that. So it's not even money. It's not a mercenary thing. Even with that, I would not allow my people to needlessly die. That would really, at the end of the day, I would be the worst president kung gamitin ko. Ganun talaga eh. Naghahanap siya ng gulo. Gusto niyang pumasok. They're planning an expedition. Go ahead. We will not participate. And I would like to assure the President of China, Xi Jinping, that I will stand by my word. Now, I leave it to the police to take care of some. There's a lot of resurgence, kidnapping, hold-ups. Nakatutok dito sa droga, yung iba namang I think this Dumlao is insane. In the first place, bagay naging abogado yan, ulol na. Guy, you must remember, there's a 5 million. Surrender within 24 hours. Place yourself at the disposal of the police. Or as of 24 hours. That is the operative act. The 5 million shall be given to anybody who can bring him. Dalhin mo dyan sa harap nitong building na to. May gate dyan eh. Dead, that would be okay. Alive, okay na rin. 5 billion, I will give it to you. Cash. Bakit malaki? Eh putang ina mo, sinira mo yung pulis, sinira mo pa yung, pati yung the way how you killed the Koreano. Cremated them and flushed his ashes down the toilet drain.
As of now, sir, nasa custody na nato. Hindi na siya mahawa. Nasa custody na to, wala na siya sa luwas.
kay Dumlaw.
O, tapos mag-cooperate na sa tuwa ni nagkumpisan na tanan, gihatag na niya tanan na yung buwan sa Sri Lanka. Tapos di na siya mahawa. Nagpagusto din na.
Latest story ang mapakakusto din. Mabuti, Dumlaw. Abogado ka pa naman. Sayang mabiyuda yung asawa mo, pati yung anak mo walaan ng tatay. Pero sinabi ko, putang ina, papatayin talaga kita. Andoon sa pulis. At yung mga ano na lang, assets, they were not really agents, they were characterized only by the word assets. Tag 1 million kayo. Assets nila. NBI. So I'm addressing myself to Dan Tigiran. Alam mo, I will let you in nung tinanong ko yan siya. Sabi ko, Dante, ito, these are exact words. Dante, sino ma-recommend mo? NBI director. Marami mga kami, sir. Pero ako na lang, sir. Oo. I expected that answer from you. Kasi ang tanong ko sa iyo, Dante, kaya mo bang pumatay ng ahente mo pag nagkasala? Ang sinagot mo sa akin, yes, sir. So, mangungulekta na ako sa guarantee mo. Assets ninyo yan. Alam ninyo kung saan. The worst is, kung hindi mo kuha yan, I might relieve you. Kasi kayo yung mag-asset-asset dyan, tapos ito maputang ina yun ang maging kriminal. $1 million. Tatlong assets ninyo. If you don't get it, it's gonna be your neck. Ngabi ko sa iyo, isang tanong ko lang. Kaya mo bang patayin ng isang agent mo? Kasi yung ihintong putang inang NBI, puro racket rin dyan. Di bale, imbitahin ko kayo minsan punta tayo ng koridor. Mag-picnic tayo doon. Butasan ko yung bar dyan. Nung una yung mga telepono, pumapasok eh. Now, ganito ang problema. Once and for all, bakit nakakanegosyo pa hanggang ngayon? Despite the jammer, despite... Ang negosyo ngayon is in the provinces also, Chinese and others who are detained or in prison by final judgment. Sila pa yung nakakontak sa labas. Well, sa bagay, we took care of the problem of the big ones. But bakit hanggang ngayon nakakano? So kayong mga warden, I will ask an audit team from PDEA, 1 or 2 lang yan. Pag may nakita sila mga cellphone sa mga presuhan, you are out. I will charge you for the dereliction of duty because the shabu trade is being continued because ganito nangyari. Pagka may preso tapos may cellphone, yung BJMP head dyan, regional head, pati yung local warden will have to go. Dereliction of duty, that is a criminal offense. But administrative law, I will summarily dismiss ka. So, ganun ho. Next time, do not start to crucify me. Hindi kayo. yung mga bright dito na yung mga halimaw sa press. You know, ang krimen naman is not, the solution is not an instant coffee. Pag-aralan ko pa. Ngayon na, nandyan na pala lahat. So binitawan ko na. But give me time to investigate. Wala mo to propute to condemn. Tapos paalasin ko si Bato. What good will it do to the police to remove Bato? If there are still these calawags and criminals inside Krame, they will continue with or without Bato. Kaya mga pulis, kayo talaga ang pinaka-corrupt. That's why I said when I got elected, corrupt to the core kayo. It's in your system because kayo lang kasi ang nakakapagpasyal outside. Given the power to enforce the law and to arrest persons. Ginamit ninyo yan sa kalukuhan. Kasi kayong mga pulis, hindi lahat, it's almost about 40% of you guys, are really nasanay sa corruption. Even the graduates of PNPA, mga second lieutenant or first yan, pag-graduate niyan, maghanap ng assignment kung saan yung may pera. Kung ganon, ang balita ko sa Basilan, pati sa Holo, maraming gold doon na binaonong panahon ng gera. I-assign ko kayo doon. Ganito yan. Alam ko sekreto ninyo. Tagal ako mayor. Kayo pag nademanda, nakapatay, nag-hold up, ganon. You disappear. Tungkol ninyo kung lukuhin. You disappear. Tapos bantayan ninyo yung kaso. If the witness in the meantime died or loses interest and napapasupi na hindi man dumadating, ang style ninyo is to go to court with your lawyer. At there and then they would say, Your Honor, we have surrendered because we fully agree in the criminal justice system. Magpapilip yung abogado ninyo. Niwala ka, piskal ako, narinig ko na araw-araw yung ganon. Tapos, ang witness, either yung process server, hindi tanong ng judge yan. Your Honor, we cannot locate him. Bayaran lang niya yung process server. No, yes, Your Honor, napunta ako. Cannot be located o satan. Baski nandiyan pa. Then walang alam, sabihin niyo, surrender ako, sir. I demand speedy trial. Pag sa next month, speedy trial, Your Honor. I want, i-corrupt rin yung judge. O sige. Dalawang hearing, walang complainant, ang fiscal tutula. Magpagalit-galit ang judge. Dismiss the case. Gawin ninyo, maghanap kayo ng pera, 1 or 2 or 300. Pupunta kayo doon sa Krame uli, doon sa C1, contact ninyo. Nabibili ninyo yung opisyal ninyo. Magbigay lang kayo ng mga 200,000, reinstated ka. Tapos kasi acquittal, because the dismissal of a criminal case in court for want of witnesses sa prosecution. A dismissal on that ground is with jeopardy. Hindi na ma-refile yan. Yan ang gawin ninyo. Tapos balik kay serbisyo. So, matrabaho ito, Bato. I-review mo yung lahat na police na na-reinstate. Tulisan yan, sigurado. At saka there will be special unit of sabihin sa inyo, who will keep track of mga police na paalis. Kasi kung napaalis yan sa serbisyo sa kalukuhan, yun ang trabaho niya, pag-alis niya. O karamihan dyan na may warrant na, kita mo yung kidnapping, yung anak ni yung sinunog, Previously, he was also involved. Lahat na may kaso na police, na mga murder no, previously, ipaano mo, bigyan mo ako isang linya. Ako na ang bahala sa kanila. Ako na ang bahala sa kanila. Ibigay ko sa inyo kung anong trabaho gusto mo. Huwag ninyo kaming civilian. Sinabi ko sa inyo, ang civilian dapat dito sa Pilipinas makalakad at hindi takot sa kriminal. Ito ngayon to all, to the military, and to the police, and to the NBI, dapat ang kriminal matakot makita in public. Pag may makita kayo, damputin ninyo, dalhin ninyo sa istasyon. Pagka lumaban, ganun rin. Go out and arrest them. If they refuse to surrender peacefully and would put up a violent fight, kill them. Same with the drugs, but this time, because of a disordered incident, let me reorganize the system. Kaya ang kalaban natin dito, yung mga pulis na kriminal. Ba't ka siguro, dahil nahanan na lang ng patay ang mga putang ito. Tuwing niya ulistahan, basta yung na-reinstate, nakakidnap na, nag-hold up na mga putang inang kayo, tapos may sweldo pa. Siniswerte kayo kung ganun. Gawain ninyo ang Pilipinas, ganun. Huwag panahon sa akin. Mag-encontro tayo. You're just as lousy as the drug lords. Pagkaroon ka pa ng 2 kaso tapos na-dismiss, 2 beses ka mo balik. Yung whole ng yung administrative mo, lipail, sa ninyo sa ano. Wala tayong pulis sa Basilan Kulang. He will increase our presence doon sa Basilan pati sa Ulo. No, walang mga pulis. Dapat, I would like to establish control sa Basilan pati Ulo. Diyan sa Lanao, there's a fight going on. Doon muna sila mag-duty. Basta yung may mga kaso lahat. At saka there must be a unit, parang oversight. Sino yung na-convict na alis at large? Kayo yun. Kasama kayo. Alam ko kasi ang hanap buhay, alam ninyo kalukuhan. All that you can think of is evil. But let me remind you, I've said that many times. You do not monopolize evil in this country. Hindi lang ikaw ang marunong magbaboy ng tao. Kaya ni Bato. Kaya ni sa aming isa. Danao. Nung lahat na dumaan sa Davao, that's Danao. I think he will. Halika na dito. Umupo ka. Umupo ka dyan kay Air Force tabi. Mamili ka na ngayon ng tao as we try to cleanse the abolish ko lahat. Hindi ko maintindihan yung hindi ko maintindihan yung style ninyo. Aid, soft, RP, hindi ko malaman kung anong unit yan. May aid soap. Tapos, yung ranggo ninyo, SPO1, SPO2, magbasa ako ng report. So, tanungin ko sa Defense Secretary, dahil anong katumbas nitong putang ng SP na to? Ay sa iwan ko, hindi ko rin alam yan. Now, I will ask Speaker and the Senator, any congressman, to just revisit the law, balik kayo sa ano. Kasi pag sinabi, police patrolman yan, alam ko na. Alam ko na ang sphere of police lieutenant, police sergeant, police major. Yan. Para pag isang major, may hawak ito ng tao. Sinong general naggawa niyan? Hindi, pero galing talaga sa inyo yon. Wala sa Amerika, civil police sergeant. Ano lang yan, semantics or nomenclature. But it will be easy for the civilian, including me, to just get a lieutenant. Alam ko na kung hanggang ito. Yung SPO1, akala ko talaga yan, special police o ano. Kaya yung galing man yan sa krami niya. Sige, patanungin ko kayo. Ikaw, Pia. Bright ka man. Ano yung SPO4? Sige. How can you make reporting kung wala kang idea kung anong halimaw na ito? So, I will maybe establish a command, narcotics command. Chief of police ko yan siya, chief of police ko yan dito. Mga chief of police ko ito. Yung mga tao na trust ko. Until that time, i-plantsa mo na. At tungkunin yung mga sabi ko may kaso. Iyayariin ka talaga niya. Pati ikaw. Ibalik ko yung narcotics ko. Tapos balik ko yung simpleng titulo. Balik ko yung theft and robbery. Homicide division. Yan. Arson. Yun ang ibalik natin sa trabaho na para focus sa. Tapos ito ang isa pang ayaw ko. Itong Amerika mahilig mag-imbita ng mga pulis. Quantico, tapos ang Japan, ang field of forensics. Pagdating dito sa Pilipinas, kung saan-asan isign. Sabi mo, kung anong pinag-aralan mo, diyan ka. If it's about warfare, then you should be assigned sa SAP o sa ano. Nakakalito talaga. Karami niyan. Si pinuntahan ko sa may pinapunta ako sa Israel. Pagdating doon sa Davao, makita ako, sige lang basketball. Kaya kung pulis, mamatay kayo sa consumption. Any question?
Joseph Morrow of GMA.
Sige, go ahead.
Sir, good morning. Well, sir, can I go first to General Bato and then to you?
Yes, of course.
General Bato, can we ask for the reason why you offered to resign yesterday? Bakit po kayo nagkaroon ng decision to resign, which was rejected by the President?
Because I want to give the President the free hand to choose somebody who can replace me and do the job as expected. I don't want to belabor the President for whatever misdeeds that the PNP has done. I don't want to add more embarrassment to the country.
Sir, there have been criticisms of the Tokhang before, but why is this different now? This incident, sir, dun sa kay Santa Isabel, did you think that it affected the credibility of the campaign?
Yes. Yes.
Sir, Mr. President? Sorry.
Actually, ganito. Told me, nahiya lang siguro sabi niya, sir, to protect the image of the police, I'll offer to sacrifice. But that's a good statement. I appreciate that. Na para mawala na yung reputasyon namin, madali pa sa, you have committed nothing. Iba yung iskandalo kung ikaw. And also the trust. Mahirap ng trust. Sabi nga nila, puro taga Davao. Wala akong magawa. Ito rin mga dumaan sa akin. At ito hindi naman matatagal. Itong Danao na ito kung corrupt yan. Tapos tarantado. I mean, there might be temptations. But I'm sure that they will resist it. Kasi siguro na alam nila na it will destroy the friendship and relationship.
Sir, if I may ask a question.
Ito,
Sir, why did you,
sige, go ahead.
if you want to read something, sir?
Sige.
Sir, why did you think, sir, that Dumlao is the mastermind? And where do we place Santa Isabel in the scheme of things, sir?
Well, because he said that he's now a suspect. So nandiyan ka sa barracks, dapat hulihin ka. Suspect ka na eh. And has to be investigated. You have to be there for 36 hours, as a matter of fact. But because of the gravity of the charges and the very stupid crime that they committed, if I were Dumlao, I'd stay inside. I'm not trying to threaten you. Stay inside the prison. Do not go out, mag-shopping-shopping ka. Magmulmol ka na. Mamulmol ka talaga. Galit ako. Ibig sabihin. Kasi pati ako napahiya. Kaya doon pa sa criticism I will not mention the place, that bakit raw ako pumunta sa birthday ni Bato na itong nangyari. Why? Should I lose my civility? Hindi ko pa nga alam kung anong kasalanan niya. I seldom attend parties, but kung yung mga sila, because they are my closest friends, I could not have succeeded in Davao. Totoo lang. Kung wala akong suporta na ito, yan sila, si Morente, Danao, si Koy. Yan, ang chief of police ko rin yan. He used to be the aide camp of President Ramos before. They served the full term of their assignment there. So wala naman, malaman ko nang malaman eh. Sabi yung mga video karera, mo na yan. Kulang man ang ano, but pati yung financial infrastructure ng ipasilip ko uli. Again, may isa pa dito, may mga tao, babae, magaganda, pinakita sa akin yung picture, kilala ko, punta doon kay Tugade, punta doon sa na kilala na may blessing sa akin. Putang ina kayo. Huwag niyo gamitin pangalan ko. Sinabi ko nga, kung may anak, ang asawa ko, anak ko, are into corruption with government projects or privileges, I will resign. I will resign. You have my word for that. Kung kayong mga gumagamit sa pangalan mo, sabihin ko sa inyo, kayong mga direktor, ihulog ninyo sa hagdanan. itulak ninyo. Alam mo, wala naman kasing naluloko kung walang loko-loko. Wala rin loko-loko kung walang magpanloko. Bakit ako kung ako ang gusto magyaman, ako na. Sabihin ko na sa inyo, yan. Bakit ibigay ko sa ibang tao? Kayong mga in public offices, do not ever grant or twist the rules just to accommodate anybody because I am not into hindi ako na pigat taga-recommend tapos pati itong si SPO3 Santa Isabel, yung apelyido niya, kawawa mo naman si Santa Isabel, ginamit pa niya pangalan. No? Gusto na tumaloy, nasa langit yun, gusto na tumaloy sa impyerno. Pinahiya niya yung how could he have made 20 million in his lifetime? I'm not trying to derogate the family. Pasya lang mismo. How could you have earned 200? Kaya pasilip ko siya kung nakakaso ba siya noon at ano yung lifestyle nito. Kasi kung gano'n, that is what happens if you crave for material things you cannot afford. So kayong mga pulis, if you want a better deal in life, get out and do business outside. Huwag rin kayong mag-gangster because I will oversight. I will be forming about half a battalion of just kayo lang ang sundan kung anong hanap buhay ninyo. Kasi you're the one prone to commit crime again and again and again. Nasanay kayo eh. Pati ang sa opisina ngayon is 1 month sa departamento. Any department, 1 month. Director, alam mo, I gave Judy Tiguales, self, 1 billion last December, intended for, you know, the ever in need Filipino. May resita but cannot buy the medicines. Sabi ko, ito ibigay mo. Then another 1 billion for the drug addicts that are undergoing community-based rehab. Sabi nila walang pang tranquilizer. Another 1 billion. Itong mga direktor at kayo dyan sa Bureau of, down sa baba, Department of Health, may took them almost 2 weeks to get the medicines. If it's a matter of medicine, you must release or get the medicine for them within 24 hours. If you not do that, I will establish or ask the civil service to proceed with the summary dismissal. Total, kung hindi nyo na, directors, they are not there every time. Register of deeds, land registry, lahat. You are not there always. You only report once, twice a week. Then, nandoon kayo sa farm ninyo. That is abandonment of office and dereliction of duty. I will ask anyone there who is hurt by your behavior to file the charges before the DILG, and we also file the criminal charges. And I assure you, directors, you have to be there 8 o'clock in the morning, and you will be the last to leave. If you have no bandy clocks, I will ask the executive secretary to make a program. Buy those bandy clocks. Para makita namin Alam mo bakit? Many of you are not only just lazy. Indolent, that's the word. Indolent. So, yan. Yan napapalo up. When I was a fiscal, and you can ask everybody in town, if you got to me now, I was a prosecutor, and your case was assigned to me, and even my cousin, who also became a fiscal later on, nagdala siya ng your case is as good as filed. Your case is good. Mag-follow up ka sa akin, patay ka. Even how good or how meritorious. Find another way of doing it. Basta sigurado, basurahan yan. Maybe na si congressman yung pablibili ng mga libro, project, yung countryside, gano'n, blackboard. Okay, hingini ko sa gobyerno, daan. Gobyerno mas may magtrabaho.
JP Benecito of the Manila Standard.
Good morning, Mr. President. Sir, I'll address the question to General Bato and Secretary Lorenzana po. Two different questions. Kay General Bato po, Sir, it was belatedly announced to the President that si Dumlao po was brought to the Camp Crame this Sunday noon. Sir, were you informed lately by your men na nakabalik na pala si Dumlao sa Crame this noon? Or paano po ba nangyari?
He called up Colonel Dumlao, the one investigating the case, Colonel Glenn Dumlao of AKG, that he's willing to tell all. At true enough, pagdating ko kanina, nandun na siya, dala-dala ng HSS, at sinabi niya sa akin lahat. Yung buong picture ng krimen na yon. Kung sinong kasama niya, bakit naging target yung Koreano, at kung ano ang motive.
Sir, are we planning yung complete overhaul of the PNP following the incident?
Yes, as directed by the President, we are going to dissolve all anti-drug units of the PNP at all levels, including the anti-illegal drugs group of the PNP.
Sir, last na lang po. Sir, bakit parang ngayon lang po nasabi sa Presidente na nagkaroon pala, there will be, ngayon lang po nasabi sa Presidente na
Ngayon lang kami
nag-surrender
nakita
na si... Okay po.
Wala siya doon.
Wala po siya sa command conference, sir?
Kasama niya girlfriend niya, ewan ko.
Okay po. Sir, on kay General Lorenzana po. Sir, the President was quoted as saying, I have also have the armed forces to exercise all available assets and all the weaponry that is available. Sir, with regards to the ISIS problem sa Central Mindanao, are we eyeing on the possibility of an all-out war against the terrorist groups? Paano pong gagawin po nating sistema yan in case, sir?
We are using all the assets that are available in the area. And we believe that we already have sufficient assets there, the ground troops, supported by our air assets. Now, last 25 January, we used for the first time our F-A-50s to deliver bombs. And it was also supported by the Broncos and helicopters. Plus, in the morning, yung mga artillery naman natin ang ginamit to support our troops. So, you can say it is an all-out war against the Maoti groups in Lanao. Dahil nandun nga si Hapilon, Isnilon Hapilon, with 40 of his people from Basilan, with the intention of organizing the yung ISIS connected group nila doon. So that's what we are doing now. As I speak, our troops, siguro wala sila ngayon sa operation, but they will again resume tomorrow the operations.
Sir, follow-up na lang po. Paano po ba natin tinitingnan gaano po kalaki yung ISIS problem in Central Mindanao? Ilang provinces yung affected?
As of now, we are only looking at Lanao del Sur, yung area dyan sa Botig, because there is a sizable number of Maoti groups. Yung Maoti group na yan, I think they are about 100 to 150 armed men, pati yung mga support nila. And I think that is the purpose of the ISIS. Kaya I think they asked Hapilon Isnilon to go there and organize yung kanilang grupo doon. So kaya siya nandoon. So that's the only area we are concentrating. Yeah.
Sir, last na lang po, do we think na lalaki pa to aside from Lanao del Sur in the coming days?
As of now, we don't think dahil surrounded naman sila doon sa Butig. And we will try to get them all kung nandun sila. We will prevent them also from escaping.
Thank you, sir.
Pia Ranyada of Rappler, to be followed by Marlon Ramos of the Philippine Daily Inquirer.
Good morning, Mr. President. Sir, just going back to the murder of G. Ikju and how you said na this proves how there are corrupt police involved in implementing the drug war. So how will this affect the implementation of Oplan Tokhang? And do you think this will, for example, what kind of measures are you planning to implement in order to change the way this drug war is implemented? Earlier you mentioned a possible oversight committee and also a narco-politics chief of command. Can you give us more concrete details of how this will be implemented? And will this possible overhaul of the Oplan Tokhang lead to an extension of the deadline of the drug war?
Yes, itong cleansing, madali lang man. All you have to do is look at the records and how many policemen have had cases, mostly involving extortion, mga ganon. And if they are already reinstated, tapos na yan eh. So it was done legally. I'll just gather them, bring them new uniforms, new combat boots. I have to have a strong presence in Basilan and Inulo. Sila yung paunahin ko doon. Kung marunong ito manakot, magnakaw din, doon sila. Bahaski na, even if you are retirable. Tinaw yan. Many places, Bungaw, they will have their sightseeing days before they go.
But sir, how about the police who haven't been convicted of any crimes before, but they're involved in implementing the drug war? What kind of safeguards can citizens expect from the government to ensure that such corrupt policemen don't, for example, use the drug war as an excuse or a smokescreen to, kill them in their homes or on the streets? You mentioned an oversight committee. Is that what you meant? That you will have someone watch over these?
Yes.
The
Yung
operations?
na-convict na tapos napaalis na, serving sentence, marami yan dyan sa Muntinlupa. And paglabas nila, all they know is really how to commit crimes to make a living. Madali lang man yan. Walang problema kung yan lang if that is the only thing that worries you. Just, may bagong listahan ako. Aside from the drug lords, may listahan ako para sa kanila.
Sir, is anyone specifically leading this overhaul of the drug war?
But again?
A specific unit? Are you creating anybody to implement or to have oversight over the drug war?
No. Maybe because I have said I have raised the drug issue to the level of a national security. So that empowered me to get into the picture, military doing police work. And that is what is happening in Mindanao. Ang hindi nakalista doon, yung mga sundalo, sila yung entry, yung umuuna. Kaya yung mga polis doon, hindi naman ako nag-ano, pero kaya ako I've suffered losses. It's not only 3, 19 to 21. Puro drug, drug war yun.
Sir, to clarify, the
Alam mo
military will
bakit,
be
Pia?
over.
Hindi tayo kumalawag. Sandali. Kasi sa Mindanao, meron ng ibang generation. Yung mga Kristiyanos na nagkasala, na convert into Islam, yun ang mga matindi. Ito yung mga hold-upper, sila yung the joint ISIS for protection. Kasi alam nila mamamatay talaga sila. At mamamatay talaga yan for a better or a secure environment. Yan sila. Isa yan sa problema natin. Tawag nila dyan, balik Islam. And they have converts all over Mindanao. So I am happy para isang grupo na lang ang harapin ko. Kung sabihin mo na it will maybe the violence will spread to other places. Maybe. But the armed forces and the Navy at this time can cope up. Sabi ko sa kanila, we will end the problem sa Lanao para wala na tayong problema. I'm declaring war.
Just on my last question, yun dun sa deadline of your drug war, you extended it to March, diba? And then now you're saying that this revealed corruption in the police implementing the drug war. So does this mean, sir, that you plan to extend it yet again?
Well, because the police are doing on the pretext of during the drug war, they are now a new strain of the original, itong mga kriminal, yung mga Chinese na malaking big time. And out of this was born itong mga pulis na gamit ng warrant on the pretext that they are arresting you or searching you for drugs. Ito yung mga bagong, ito yung mga pulis na criminal, as in criminal. So, nag-resurface na naman yung sakit nila. So, we'll have to deal it in the most expedient way. They will not be able to operate. I assure you.
So, sir, how many months are you extending the drug war by?
The drug war, I will extend it to the last day of my term.
Sir,
Kasi
your
wala
goal of
nakatapos.
suppressing drugs will be until, hindi na po yung March deadline, but till the end of
March,
the term.
wala na. March of patapos na. It should be during the last day of my term, 5 years plus
Sir,
from now.
even if you promise nga po that you would suppress it by March, you're saying sa end of the term na lang.
Wala na yung March. Hindi ko man nakalain. Mayor kasi ako noon. When I was making humbug, said, stop drugs, ang paradigm ko was limited to Davao City. Little did I know, when I became president and had access already to all information available. And to my horror, and the Filipinos saw it and everybody, including the human rights, thousands, hundreds of thousands Filipinos surrendering every day. At ayaw nilang maniwala na yung bangag na hindi na nag-surrender, yun talaga yung lumalaban. That's why kung may pera lang ako, I would require the policeman to have a camera. Yung camera kayo na sa ibang states sa Amerika. Mag-raid sila o tawagan ninyo ang media. Sabi ko nga sa kanya, huwag ninyong kalimutan si Pia. Mahilig yan. Ikaw una samahin nila. Para makita mo yung action. I will also provide you the camera so that you'll be able to get something out of it. Ha? Okay yan? Okay, sir. Okay ganyan? Okay. Totoo ha? Para yung, walain natin yung, let us do away with this. Every time there's a dead guy, doon sa tabulation ng mga stupido, AKJ ka agad. Sira ba yung ulo ninyo? Ang pampatayan niya ba? Ano wala ba patayan sa galit? Yan lang kaya nga eh. Men judge best when they condemn. Yan ang problema niyan. Lahat ng kasalanan, husgaan mo doon na isali mo na doon sa ayaw mo. Pero ako, I'm not running a popular. Yung rating ko might even go to 1 or 2. I do not give a shit. I have a duty to do. And I will do it. Wala akong pakialam. Alam ko lang na nanalo ako because I carried the message. The urgent and immediate message during the election was law and order and drugs. So kung babagsak ako na 2%, pasensya, wala akong pakialam. Basta trabahuin ko yung trabaho ko.
Marlon Ramos of the Philippine Daily Inquirer, to be followed by Henry Uri of DZRH.
Good morning po, Mr. President. Sir, during your discussions with the military and PNP officials, did you discuss the possibility of using your executive power, issuing executive action in dealing with the Mauti Group and other local terrorists in Mindanao?
Yeah, I'm the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. I think I'm the one sa Constitution. So I have I do not macromanage anything. I hate it. But they briefed me and they would tell me, these are the things that we recommend to you. So there are options. Ito gawin natin, ito, ganito ang mangyari. They have the projection. Ito, kung ito, may mangyari dito, pero civilian, maraming mamatay. So I try to balance it. And at the end of the day, I'll call Dilpin, sabi ko, go ahead.
Because previously po, you declared a state of lawlessness. Yung after po nung incident sa Davao nung September, you declared state of lawlessness. Are you considering placing certain parts of Mindanao like Lanao, possibly, or Basilan under martial law? Did you consider that?
When the time comes that they will be asking for it, I'll give it to them. Remember this, Filipino. Kung kayo na ang maghingi, magsabi kayo, Mr. President, declare tayo ng martial law. Sabihin ko, mag-isip muna ako. Kung kayo na mismo ang maghingi, at baka dadating yung mga senaryo na yan, sabihin ko lang, wag muna, okay pa naman, madala pa naman sa presinto. But when the time comes na ang tao na ang maghingi, ibibigay ko. But ako satisfied na ako. I'm quite adept with what is available to me now. Total, nakakagalaw man sila. They're doing their duty. They're being commissioned to do police work. The police naman, nandyan. Nagkamali lang ng isang ulol na dumlaw na yan, dali lahat. So this guy said to protect the image para for further damage. Sabi niya, sir, mag-resign ako. That won't solve anything at all. Sabi ko, this is what I will do. Yung police mo, mag-cleansing muna kayo dyan. Yung mga kaso nila, i-review ninyo. Give me a list kung sino yung escalawags. Because itong mga to, we will assign them. Kailangan ko ng contingent na malaki na police Basilan, Hulo, Zamboanga, Lanao. Diyan sila lahat.
Mr. President, do you believe po yung insinuations na yung killing nung South Korean was just a part of a grand scheme, an orchestrated efforts to undermine your drug war?
No. Korea?
No. kasi may mga lumalabas na retired police general was behind this para ipahiya yung PNP and ultimately the Duterte administration.
So this stupid police general would kidnap and kill just to undermine me? Yan ang gusto ninyo mga leader? Kaligaya ko na lang kung magdating yung panahon. Is the kind of police general that you want? To undermine the country, wreaking havoc sa economy, but because they want to take over, to kill a Korean, burn him and flush him down the drain. Yan lang maisip na general na yan. Pakaturpe, putang ina niya. Sabihin mo yan sa general na yan, mahina ka talaga ang utak mo.
Sir, last question, sir. Yung transfer po ng police scalawags in Mindanao, do you think that would solve the problem of corruption within the PNP organization?
Hindi kasi acquitted. Acquitted means he's innocent. So, talo ako because I would never know how many cases were filed against police before. And the way they handle things just to get acquitted. Kakaramihan yan, siputan, o kaya yung mga process server, bayaran nila, sabihin nila, wala na dito yan. So, acquitted. So, they're clean. So, ako nagduda ako. So, I want a strong presence in Basilan and in Hulo. Ayaw mo pasahin doon, umalis ka sa polis.
Mr. President, I asked this question because Governor Hataman made an appeal the other day na wag naman daw gawing parang garbage bin, trash can yung Mindanao, natapunan ng mga basura ng
Hindi,
PNP.
mabehave yan. Sabi yung kaya taman, huwag mo nang problemahin yan. Tawagan mo, Abu Sayyaf. Bago nyo, bakit babagawin ito mga sundalo ko? Ito na lang pulis. Ito na lang, unahin ninyo.
Thank you, sir.
Henry Uri of DZRH to be followed by Ace Romero of the Philippine Star.
Good morning, Mr. President, and I have also a question for General De La Rosa. I'll go first to General. Napakataas po ng tiwala sa inyo ng ating Pangulo. Hindi kayo pinayagang mag-resign. Ano ho ang aasahan ngayon ng taong bayan sa mga susunod na araw at buwan ng inyong panunungkulan?
Well, I just do my work.
I'm asking po, General De La Rosa, ano po ang aasahan sa inyo ng taong bayan na kapalit ng napakataas na tiwala ng Pangulo?
Well, yes, though, siya itanong mo.
I will do my job to the best of my ability. And I hope I will not fail the President and the Filipino people.
Mr. President,
I expect them to fight crime, including policemen who are into crime. Kalaban natin lahat na. They are really public enemies. So what's the problem? All you have to do is work. Trabaho lang. But we cannot altogether erase this kind of... Marami namang itong hinos tapos yung mga morbid na nagawa. But ang problema dito, foreigner kasi. Nakita mo naman kapon, every magmanood ka sa TV. May pinatay na babae, tinapon doon, wala pang ulo, hanggang nahanapan nilang ulo. So these are as really serious as that what happened to the Koreans. But itong sa Koreano has had international implications. Pero nothing is new to me because every day you read in the newspaper. Ang uso ngayon, pinuputulan ng ulo, that's the vow, that's the fad. I don't know why, but ang akin lang sabat, if we cannot really prevent it, at least we can get the perpetrators. Mas maganda yan, dead or alive.
sa inyo pong kampanya laban sa droga, binigyan ninyo ang inyong sarili ng hanggang sa katapusan ng inyong termino. Ang korupsyon, ilang buwan, taon ninyo binibigyan ng inyong sarili para matapos ito?
Corruption. I will never know the criminal minds in government. I do not, unfortunately, I'm not a psychic to read into the minds of who are the director and who are the employees of government who are corrupt. But as fast as we discover them, kagaya na even the indolent ones, sabi ko, I will go for the board of summary dismissal. Pero sinabi ko, hindi na bali may mga krimen mangyari. What is important, as I said, this government will be clean. I am referring myself to the cabinet members and me. Kasi ang malaking magnanakaw noon, pati yung train MRT kung anong ang mga opisyal, ang Secretary of Transportation, ang Secretary, it was all corruption. Pero yung sa baba, for all you know, mga rekomendado nila yan, kanilang tao yan. I cannot read a criminal mind. But I can only show them an example. Sampulan mo, for those who are not really reporting, that's a crime if there's a dereliction of duty. All you have to do is, kaya nga na yung 888A, the 8888 is the sounding board. You name the official, his function, what you ask, at anong ginawa niya, how much. Lagay mo dyan, kasi tawagan ko yung director na yan, sipain ko yan sa harapan mo. Kung ginawa sa iyo yan, report mo. Patawag ko dito, dyan, sa isang kwarto. Sipain ko, tapos file natin ang kaso.
All right, thank you.
Totoo yan. Dalhin mo, pag pinatawag ko, patawag kita kung ginawa sa iyo. He will get a kick in the ass.
Ace Romero of the Philippine Star to be followed by Dexter Ganibe of DZMM.
General De La Rosa, you mentioned that Colonel Dumlao already told you everything he knows. Can you give us details about their racket?
No. I will not allow him to answer that.
Okay.
You just wait for the official investigation.
But okay, but Sir
It's not complete. He might say something here which is half true or half false. Then he would be again put to task for. Kung nandiyan na yung investigation na written in black and white, then you can say, ask something out of this.
Okay.
Kasi nga hindi pa kompleto eh. Nasasabi lang, kasali dyan. Put it in writing first. Baka mag-renege eh. Kasi pag makapasok ng abogado, sabi, putang ina, huwag kang mag-admita dyan. Sabihin mo, hindi yung totoo. So ang maglakang, which is really maraming karamihan ang police tinurture kasi yan, nakakuha ng informasyon. Kaya tinurture kasi ito. Yan ang ituro ng abogado eh. Remember that for every criminal case, the style now is to file a countercharge. Ang problema sa police, pag nahuli, pag may criminal case and even an invented story, tapos masuspend, that day, his pamilya nawala ng pagkain. That was, I said, when I said, I protect the police. That they will survive, that they can eat, and that they will be acquitted. Bigyan ko talaga abogado. At palabasin lang ang totoo. Yan lang naman ang atin. You and me and everybody else. We do not mix the ingredients just to tell a lie. What would be the purpose of lying? We are not obligated to lie. We are only we can only inflict death or when it is part of your duty. Eh, kung pulis ka na, pinaghirapan ka, babarilin ka pa. Ako sa Davao, gano'n, pag magkita ko, gago ko, ba't ka na pauna? Gusto ko, tuluyan ka na lang tuloy.
So it will require more fact-finding and investigation pa po?
No, I don't interfere.
Okay.
It's the Justice Department, but since I would be part of the questions and the answers, so I will want to get, total, nandyan naman daw. Hintayin natin. And let us see. But I will also defend by my police. Even yung sa mga albuera, gano'n. What they tell me is yun ang istorya. And that is the truth to me. So let us go to court. When I said I will protect the police, I will protect the police. I will not protect lying. But kung ang sinabi niya yan ang nangyari, sama akong magnuwala doon sa mga ulol ng gwardya. Naturally, I will have to, military, magsabi yan ang nangyari. I expect them to tell me the truth and only the truth and nothing else. Wala ba kaming obligasyon dito na magsinungaling? I assure you dito, magtanong kayo ng mga transaction, wala kami. Walang transaction sa na dumadating sa lamisa ko. Project MRT, walang papel. Tingnan mo you can go to my office there.
Okay. Thank you po.
Dexter Ganibe of DZMM to be followed by Bianca Dava of ABS-CBN Channel 2.
President, good morning. Sir, noong June ng 2016, nagpadala ng judicial request ang India sa Pilipinas, kaugnay dun sa Pinay na na-involve sa pag-recruit ng ISIS sa India. Ano na po at may mga balita po na sinasabing nahuli na po ito. Meron po ba kayong may bibigay na update?
You know, the ISIS is recruiting everybody. The ISIS, sabi nga nila, come hell or high water, they will establish the caliphate. Such a Muslim kingdom comprising of Indonesia, Malaysia, Brunei, and the Philippines. Hindi lang ako ang tao dyan. But I said, for as long as I am president, it might be bloody, but I would not give an inch dito. Well, if they occupy a certain municipal building, I'll just give you maybe to your pleasure one day, but I will bomb you. I will use the bombs and the heavy artillery and all. Kaya bago mo pumasok, yung mamatay dyan, sorry na lang, collateral damage. Even if the victim is a Christian or a Moro, sabi ko, there is a war going on and they have my support all the way.
Pangalawang issue po, Mr. President, yung binanggit niyo po na arms depot ng US, pwede niyo po bang palawigin pa yung ibang detalye kung may bibigay pa kayong karagdagang detalye?
Wala ano pa. Sinabi lang nila, there was this footage na binababa nila yung tangke. They are deploying it in certain areas. Basa. Pag mag-ira yan, magpunta yung Amerika, mag-asaran sila, hindi ako sasali. Bakit ipasubo ko Pilipinas? Sabi na nga China, mag-usap tayo, and I give them my word of honor. Ganon ang nangyari.
Follow up.
Wala marunong gira.
Follow up po. Akong may mga reports na po na nagbababa ang US ng arms dun sa areas ng Pampanga.
You have to stop it and remove it. I will demand. I will ask to call the ambassador. Tell him, do not do it.
So magkakaroon po ng diplomatic protest? Magka-file po tayo sa US?
Well, I said, basta bayan ko, wala na tayong pinag-usapan, Adre. Which is to yung the interest of my country. Wala tayong pag-usapan. Yan is yan. Huwag mong lagyan yan. Kaya targeting ng missile dyan, malapit lang sa Palawan, 2 minuto, dadating na yan dyan. Of course, in a war or conflict, there's always the supply line. Pag naubos yan, dito nakunin sa depot. That's a permanent facility. Worse than the bases kasi puro explosive yan. Anong Amerikano?
Sir, pangatlong issue, nababanggit niyo po yung almost 40% ng PNP ay nasanay na sa korupsyon. May mga ibang na-reinstate. At
Totoo yan.
Yun ang pinaimbestigahan niyo.
Totoo yan.
Sir, ang nagre-reinstate po ng mga pulis ay ang NAPOLCOM. Ano pong plano niyo po sa National Police Commission? Sila po kasi yung nag-handle ng mga kaso against sa mga
I told
police.
them na ano na lang, sabi ko kay Bimbong, you better alert itong National Police Commission. Marami yan silang commissioners dyan. They can always handle the investigation. But yung investigation na, pero dito sa ground level, police pa rin, pati NBI. Hindi mga guys sa Amerika, when there is a case, it's being handled by a federal guy. There are some states that before the police can begin or embark on anything connected with police work, there is always the gaya ng Britain or France, it must always be handled by a judicial, quasi-judicial.
Sir, last point. Nabanggit nyo kanina na i-dissolve lahat ng mga anti-drugs group sa PNP. Nabanggit nyo. Ano pong ibig sabihin nyo po doon? At mag-create ng bago? Or
Hindi pa. Bago ko rin dating. Sinabi ko na I'm not trying to, I said I will establish a new command. It could be a narcotics command or whatever was the appropriate name. But the name is not important. It will be partnered with PDEA.
so hindi
But
na po siya under
but
sa PNP?
the overall head dyan is the PDEA. Like my other chiefs of police, Sid was once upon a time also a police director in Davao. And I said, wala ako. I have no reason at all to doubt his integrity and dedication sa duty.
Kasi sa bawat police station, sir, meron silang mga anti-drug group or
Wala
anti-drug
na yan.
group. Wala
Kaya
na.
nga, if you violate that, then you're dismissed.
Okay, thank you.
I will dismiss you from the service. Hindi lang dismiss, bugbugin kita para may remembrance ka sa akin. Sinabi ko na sa inyong
Bianca Dava of ABS-CBN Channel 2, and the last one is Rose Cause of UNTV.
Morning po. I'd like to ask Director General La Peña po. We've received a lot of reports about corrupt and bad policemen. How about, sir, sa may PIDEA po? Meron din po ba tayong ginagawang cleansing sa mga tauhan natin sa PIDEA?
Yes, ma'am. We have an ongoing cleansing. It's a continuing one. In fact, it's one of our priorities. While we have we have intensified our campaign against illegal drugs, so with our cleansing. We consider it as important as that of our campaign against illegal drugs.
And last po kay General Bato po. Sir, to clarify lang po, so si Superintendent Dumlao po ngayon ay nasa Krame? Okay, thank you po.
Thank you. And the last to ask question is Rose Cause of UNTV, and there is an Ina. Are you going to ask a question too? Oh, so Ina's the last one.
Tanong ko rin, Tina. Siguro alas 2, mga alas 4 siguro. Okay na tayo? Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
Good morning po. Sir, kunin lang po namin yung reaction niyo po regarding po sa immigration ban, travel ban ni US President Trump, and na-mention na po ninyo in the past na willing po ang government natin na tumanggap ng refugees. Hanggang ngayon po ba applicable pa rin po ito, lalo na po at marami pong maapektuhan, and assistance ng government sa mga Filipinos na pwede rin pong maapektuhan sakaling i-expand po yung ban?
You know, Trump said, I will not interfere in the affairs of other countries. Now, kung may mga policies siya to protect his country, I will understand. Kasi nung sinabi rin ako, we will not interfere in your drug war. You're doing it right. As a matter of fact, my country is also facing that serious problem. So out of respect for his statement, I can only answer him in the manner that he has told me. Di ako makialam. So yung mga Pilipino nang doon, you better be on the right track. If you are not allowed to stay there, you're overstaying, you get out. Because if you are caught and deported, I will not lift a finger. You know that it is a violation of the law.
Willing pa rin po tayong tumanggap ng mga refugees sakali pong lumapit po yung mga government na ito pong naapektuhan po ng travel ban?
Yung refugees?
Refugees po.
Sa?
from Syria, for example po, Iraq, Iran, yung pong mga 7 Muslim major countries na binan po ng US.
Yes, ako, in the name of humanity and God, we'll have to make some adjustments. If there is a compelling reason for us to offer sanctuary, I am one of those na okay lang ako. Yung walang mapuntahan na. So if they cannot go anywhere anymore except to face death by hunger, pati yung sa Myanmar, yung mga Muslim doon na they are driven out to the sea. We will consider it, but it has to be with the concurrence of Congress. But I, for one, I said, in the name of humanity. Kaway. There might be a potential problem to the country, but it's a matter of handling them. Just like we did with the Vietnamese. We provided the sanctuary for them. Ipit sila. Wala na ngayon. Some of them are already Filipinos. At that time, it was as a matter of human spirit that would give us the right direction. Wala akong dyan sa accept refugees.
The last question is from Ina.
Ay, si Tina, salamat.
Huli na to, sir, at maikli lang. This is for you and Secretary Lorenzana. Sir, yung pronouncements ninyo about the U.S. depots, does that in any way affect the implementation of EDCA this year? Because I understand the U.S. will be building facilities in some of our bases already. For you, sir, Mr. President, and Secretary Lorenzana.
Akala ko hindi na ako nakinig kasi ang narinig ko.
Will that in any way, sir, affect EDCA's implementation this year? Or yun po ba yung tinutukoy ninyo?
Kasi sa EDCA, they're not supposed to build permanent. Certainly, a depot of firearms, weaponries, and armaments, malaki yan. And it is a facility in the sense that there would be people manning the fort. Para sa akin, not only because it is already a structure, but because of the extreme danger that things might go out of control dito sa posturing ng Amerikano pati Chinese. At parang ang statement kasi lumalabas, we will not allow you to be there because it's international waters. And even to think, they forgot that there is already an arbitration or it says that is ours, entitlements yan. Of course, it's in international water. Ang territory natin is just 12 miles. But beyond that, para bang, let me give you an analogy. Kung nandiyan ka sa isang hektarya, tapos there are fruits to be agriculture, there are fruits to be for your hunger o gano, gawa ka ng bahay. Magputol ka ng bahay doon sa forest, ilagay mo dyan sa agricultural land mo. Those are your entitlements. So ito, ikaw ang pinakapadi. Alam mo ba yung continental shelf? Yeah, the continental shelf is like this. Dagat, ganon lang, straight na makita mo. Pero underwater, may lupa yan. And that is the parang extension ng lupa doon sa Parang umabot ang atin sa, at can only be observed by yung sa mga submarines. They would know that part of it is our continental. Ibig sabihin, buntot natin yan, pero nakakover lang sa dagat. That is what you call the international rational sa iyo yan kay dito nakikita mo pero yung tubig mayroon pa man dyan sa baba kung ang structure ng tubig yung terrain umabot doon sa iyo yun that is international law
So, sir, just to clarify, tuloy ang EDCA because previously, sir, you expressed or you threatened to
Sige,
abrogate the deal.
mag-exercise lang sila dyan.
Okay.
Wala pa problema. Total, wala man ang gawain ng gobyerno. Ang army. Hindi mag-training ka dyan. Pero kung sabihin nila na mas mahusay sila sa atin,
Thank you, sir.
sila panturuan ng sundalo natin. Ang maganda lang sa kanila because they are gifted with, there's an old government, actually, an old country, and they have developed so much for, America is a war machine. If they don't stop going to war, the economy of state of California would fall, will collapse. Nandoon yung Boeing, nandoon yung doon ang eroplano ginagawa.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, members of the press, and to the viewers of Channel 4 and our Facebook Live. Thank you so much. In 7 hours, it's Miss Universe already.
I apologize again for calling you in so late, but I also have discussed na nga, you know the problem. So, salamat po. Ina ka dyan, inahin kita.